Yes, sir. It's your boy B Hayes. We back with another one, guys. So let's go and jump right into it. Before we do that, watch out for spam, WhatsApp, and the comments down below. So AMC, get ready for tomorrow for the overall market. Meme stocks, as we know, today the market was actually coming down. The Dow and the S&P 500 slightly coming down a bit, while meme stocks were starting to rally. Guys, had one of the biggest comebacks, one of the biggest days in a percentage gain than we seen in the months, guys, in a while. As we seen AMC break over that resistance at 807, ran up as high as $9.15 before running through that 860 resistance, then ran to the nines and coming all the way back down to test strong support at that previous resistance of this morning at 807, coming down to the low eights to see and test support there, guys. And that's exactly what I believe it will hold up at, especially seeing in the after hours we did try to get back a bit in the day around $8.25. So we got some good catalysts going in our favor, meaning we know that the Feds was going to come out. I told you guys, common sense. We see that inflation has came down. These businesses is panicking. Everything's on sale. You know, gas prices have dropped. And with all that happening, I knew the Feds had no choice but to come out and say they'll be less aggressive with hiking interest rates, because there's no need for you to continue hiking interest rates if prices isn't, consumers isn't buying and prices is coming down. There's no need to continue to hike interest rates. So in return, that's going to cause the market to run up. Also, on top of that, we had a little pitchfork. They try and bring COVID back over there in China, said it reached new record levels, and now that's all of a sudden cooling back off now as well. So that's also good catalyst, because that threw a pitchfork in our markets as well in the following week, in the past week, why we couldn't, be more bullish before and could have been already ahead of ourselves. But we know that COVID had outbroke again in China and or whatnot. As we know, it's a distraction, guys. But anyways, let's go ahead and take a further look at AMC and the overall market, see what to look forward to going into tomorrow. It's a lot of hot stocks that's about to start taking off. And AMC right here, we got ended at $8.26 on the day, up over 13.2%. Great day for AMC, guys. At its peak, it was up over 25%. As we know, if it did this on a day, like with ease, like that just came out of nowhere. And it came pretty easy, even though we know it's hard for us to get a day like this because of all the manipulation. But it's really, if they wouldn't messing with it like they was, it came so easy, because when that thing broke 807 this morning and they wouldn't have halted it, it was out of here. It got to 860 in less than a blink of an eye. I'm talking about by the time you look back, it was already 860 gone. Like you ain't even see it go to 860. It just went from 807 and then the price just said 860. That's how you know if they wouldn't have halted it, guys, this thing would have been out of there. It would have been out of there. So the volume with the day was at 96,700,000 shares that has been traded, guys. So of course the volume is going to be insane. It's going to pick up. I'm pretty sure it's going to get over that 100 million soon. It's a lot of retail investors, a lot of day traders, a lot of billionaires, millionaires that's pouring millions of dollars in AMC just because they know, like what they seen on the day, 30% in a single day. They know the average return on the market is 10% in a year. So for them to make 50, 100%, 200% return in a short period of time, they're going to be, selling off some of their more stable companies like Tesla, Walmart, Apple, just to get into AMC and load up and then get back into those other positions, guys. So going into tomorrow with AMC, I can see we held up firmly today. Very great. Coming down, holding up at the $8, came down to 801, bounced off of it, and ended at 826. So that's exactly what we wanted to see. So going into tomorrow, we'll probably come down, test that support at 8 again, unless the overall in the pre-market, we open up very bullish. If it open up bullish, we're going to go ahead and start rerouting. Break above that 835. We need to break above 835 to go retest that 860, guys. If we break above 860 tomorrow, we want to run up to the nines and then treat that 860 as a form of support. If we can end Friday out above 860, which I'm not going to, 100% call it, guys. Usually I do, but it's been so shaky and tricky here lately. I'm gonna just let the market play out and do what it do, because you know the day was tricky. It was a bit tricky, being for the fact how meme stocks took off. The overall market was down. A lot of the sectors and a lot of areas of the market, trading sideways. It was a bit tricky today, guys. It was tricky. I can honestly say that. So going into tomorrow, we're gonna let it play out. Let it see how it do. And just know, if we end on tomorrow in a good note, regardless of what the overall market do, we need meme stocks to continue to keep up what it started on today. And if it can end off the week on a good note, a great note, then next week is going to be beautiful, guys, because the bullish rush is coming, but we also is vulnerable to close a gap fill. But the only way we don't close that gap fill and we just bypass it and say maybe next time is if the economy drastically changed from what we currently stand at, like what we hearing. Them being less aggressive with hiking interest rates, less aggressive with taming balance sheets. With hearing this easing, that's going to be in return. And with seeing inflation go down, prices coming down, that's going to help drastically turn around and make that shift happen to where we may not have to close that gap. So you already know what to do, guys. Add your boy on Instagram at the B Hayes Show. Get in VIP. Watch out for spam down below. Get your free stocks. I love y'all. We out, and God bless you.